mentioned the vocational aspect of the liberal arts education, how some people kind of have a hard time with it. Right before we came up here, I heard of St. John's alum, Mark Vande Hei, who is going into space.
Right. It's an incredible story.
Yeah. What do you think about that, just him as a person, and then alums in general?
You know, Mark's story is a great little encapsulation of what the liberal arts can do for you. With a great liberal arts education, you can go off and go to space. You can be an astronaut. We don't have a major called astronaut studies. You know, we don't have astronaut 101. You learn how to be a great scientist. You learn how to think on your feet. You learn how to learn new things. And that's what Mark has done throughout his career, and that's what's given him the opportunity to go into space a couple years from now. And I think that story can be told about thousands of Johnnies as they have gone into professional lives where, you know, they become, we don't have a major called CEO studies, but we have a lot of alums that have become CEOs because they've gotten a great liberal arts education here and then have gone on to use that education well in their professional lives and have shown their bosses, their supervisors, how talented they can be, how much they can learn, how flexible they are. And I think that great liberal arts education that we provide is absolutely the best training for students going forward if they want to have success in any dimension. And the other thing is you may find yourself working in an area that you didn't have any idea you would be interested in when you were a student, or maybe it didn't even exist when you were a student. Think about all of our alums that are my age and older who are now doing all kinds of things in the tech world where we used to deal with IBM punch cards. I mean, that was the world we lived in, and our great liberal arts education has provided us with a kind of flexibility to move into those positions and jobs that didn't even exist before and be very successful in them. So, you know, I remain absolutely convinced that the best possible education you can get at St. John's, the best possible education you can get in the world if you're a smart, talented high school student is to come get a great liberal arts education at a place like St. John's or St. Ben's. And you will be a better nurse, you'll be a better doctor, you'll be a better accountant for that liberal arts background than you would be if you went to a school that was more focused narrowly on vocational training. The other thing that I would note actually that has changed pretty dramatically from when I was a student is that the number of our students that go on to get graduate degrees, and you know, so Mark is a great example of this. He got a great undergraduate education at St. John's, but he then went on and got a graduate degree at Stanford afterwards. And that combination, that great liberal arts experience and the graduate training that he got, is what has given him the chance to reach the very pinnacle of his professional life, this chance to go into space. And I think if you look at the data now, something like 2/3 of Johnnies and Bennies go on to get some kind of graduate degree at some point in their lives. And so I think what we need to do is make sure we prepare students well for whatever professional opportunities might arise and whatever graduate opportunities they want to pursue. And the typical Johnny or Betty in the future now is going to have multiple degrees, a degree from St. John's and St. Ben's, and then some kind of graduate degree which might allow them to focus more narrowly in a specific area that they're interested in. And I think we prepare students well for that opportunity, and we send students on to great graduate programs as a result of the great preparation they get here at St. John's and St. Ben's.